Hello. Here I am. I'm going live for 90 days. I'm going to be going live for 90 days between Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And it's starting today, and it was going to start yesterday. And so that's what this live is about, why I didn't start yesterday, and why I am still so committed to showing up and speaking my truth. So today is all about speaking our truth. And I am showing up here to say that yesterday, when I was planning on showing up, hey there, welcome, welcome. When I was planning on doing a live yesterday, I was having one of the hardest, bumpiest days ever. And then my phone died and I had to get a new phone. And so I couldn't go live. I literally didn't have a phone to do it. And so I said, you know what? Okay, great. I'm starting tomorrow then. And in this period where we just went through equinox, and there's just this portal we're entering into here in the northern hemisphere, it's fall, and in the southern hemisphere it's spring, and it is an earth quarter. And if you've been in my vortex for any minute, you know that earth quarters are always a thing. They're a time for intention, they're a time for acknowledging, for looking around, for zooming out and seeing how life is unfolding for us, not to us. And what is all of this about? And what are the messages? And what is the medicine? So today's medicine is all about speaking our truth. And I'm going to share my own personal story around why this means so much and why I'm sharing it as a live today. Speaking our truth is not only about like one-on-one in conversation. Are you telling the truth? Are you saying what's on your heart? Are you saying what's on your mind? Are you being who you really are? Speaking our truth is about being who we really are. And you know you're not speaking your truth when you're showing up in a scenario, in a group of people, in an environment, and you don't feel like yourself. You don't feel seen. You know, you feel like you're holding back. And for so many of us, like so many people aren't even aware that that's happening. They just don't, there's just some level of disconnect. And so if you are either aware of it or not aware of it, I'm going to share a little bit of my story, and maybe this will help you. In this moment in September in New York, there is something called Climate Week unfolding. The General Assembly meets at the UN, and it's Climate Week, and there's all these events, and everyone goes to these events. And for the last few years, it's been shut down, right? And so this year, there's all these beautiful, people communing again and talking about ways we can save humanity and protect Mother Earth and, end climate change and all these things. And there's this part of me that wants nothing to do with it this year. I used to go all the time. I used to be like, go to this conference, that thing. And there's this part of me that has a lot of resistance. Part of it is I just don't want to go to New York City. Another part is because I'm in my jungle vortex here. But a real part of it is I have there's a lot of disillusionment going on and things that I see personally, and where I don't speak my truth in those environments, those being very, generalizing in those environments. And so I'm in this moment of where am I speaking my truth? Where am I choosing to show up? And so it's a change. It's not in the same place where it used to be. It's somewhere else. And I'm in the middle of unfolding that and doing a lot of work on the back end, because we're launching all kinds of programs here in my world, and online programs and workshops and cool things. And that's kind of why I'm starting to show up visibly here to speak my truth. And so it is not with judgment, speaking my truth when I see something that I'm no longer aligned with. How can I see this and make my decisions out of discernment, not judgment? Where am I? So there's like a few different ways we speak our truth. We either are speaking it, we're saying it, we're showing up aligned in it and being ourselves without holding back. And then there's that kind of omission, speaking your truth by omission, by like choosing not to collude with another story that you really don't believe in, or that is not aligned for you. Or it's literally in the energy of discernment without judging, without making the other person or the other thing wrong. So the reasons why I feel a little bit of dissonance in my own, like something inside of me feels dissonant from the whole vortex in New York this week with Climate Week, has to do with certain events that I was really excited I was going to go to, and then you needed a vaccine card. So I'll just drop that there, and maybe this will stay online or not. But that just didn't land for me. Why does that have anything to do with protecting ancient forests, please? So I really feel this moment where I'm stepping back and saying, what is it to speak my truth? My work in the world, what is it? Because it's not the same thing that it used to be. So this is Another aspect is where when speaking our truth, what we thought was our truth at one point, maybe it changes, and giving yourself permission to change and honoring the time where you just need to go within and create space to drop into like, well, what is it? What is my truth? How do I want to show up? What is the medium in which I'm going to be speaking my truth and sharing, or not sharing, or participating, or partnering with, however it shows up for you. So I'm really curious if this is landing for you, if there's something inside of you, and this shows up for all of us in different ways, speaking our truth, whether it is in a family environment, a group environment that we're part of, the larger ecosystem of which we play in. And, there's a beautiful opportunity for all of us to just stop, because right now where we are in this world it's calling for us to come more into alignment with our truth, because that dissonance, when we're not in our truth, that dissonance is feeding more dissonance in the world. What's going on in Iran, the dissonance of humanity right now, the dissonance in how we harmonize with nature right now, the dissonance in saying we want, a healthy planet and having complete cognitive dissonance, like a disconnect from our impact and the things that we use, the things that we eat, and how we collude with it and contribute to the collective unfolding. So, coming back to you, and how can you take this more deeply into your own inquiry? Like, where am I speaking my truth? Where am I not speaking my truth? What if I actually did speak more of my truth? Would I lose love? Would I lose security? Would I lose friends? For me, for a long time, it was like, well, I'll lose my business, or I would lose this, or I would lose that, because, I got a voice and it could be bold. And so I really restrained myself a lot. And then at the same time, it's like, what do I really want to feed right now by speaking my truth? So speaking our truth just to speak it, just to be heard, just to be seen is one thing. And speaking our truth for a bigger impact, that also that discernment of like, how do I want this to land? How do I want to show up? How do I want the energy of speaking my truth? And I don't just mean words. I mean like being, how we be, what we choose, what we collude with, what we say yes to, what we say no to, what we agree with, what we go along with, what we don't. And then the words we choose and how we show up. And then, are we showing up in alignment with our own truth for ourselves? Are we being true to ourselves? So it's always where it comes back to, is when we're true to ourselves and we have that alignment, it's congruent, things flow, cool things happen, magic happens. And there's so many ways this shows up. I was recently thinking a lot about something that was not, it didn't need my thoughts. And then I saw the person like in the store randomly, like, and because they were just there, because I was just thinking about this person, and it was so random. And it happens over and over like that. The more congruent we are, when we get off, like we start to recognize like how things just continue to show up for us every second, proving evidence. Yes, what you think, how you be, how you align yourself, it's all unfolding in the physical world in like as a mirror to what is going on in our internal world. So I'm going to pause this here and just, invite the inquiry. Where am I speaking my truth? Where am I holding back? Where am I not being true to myself? And what if I did? What am I really afraid of? What might I lose? What might I gain? What if I actually did go all in and align and speak my truth? Then what? So yeah, I'm in that beautiful place right now, and I'm going to continue to create environments where we get to dive deeper into this and continue to commit to ourselves. Because that's what it's really about. It's not selfish to commit and be in alignment with your highest, your highest truth, because that's why we're here. You are each individual little leaf of us. That's why we're here, to shine our light and be true to ourselves. So thank you for being here, and yay, I'm gonna sign off now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Where are you being true to yourself? Where are you not? Where are you speaking your truth? Where are you not?